Welcome to another Chef Knives to Go quick look product review. I'm Steve G, and what we have this time is the Yahiko Aogami Super Kuro Tsuchime Santoku 165mm knife. So there's a lot there in the name. So it pretty much describes the knife. So the AS means Aogami Super. So this has a core steel. It's a 3-layer construction. The core steel is Aogami Blue Paper Super Reactive High Carbon Steel. Heat treats about 62, 63 Rockwell on that. This steel is really nice for kitchen knives. It is reactive, but it holds a great edge. It's not too hard to sharpen. Again, nice edge retention. To make it easier to care for, you've got a soft stainless cladding over the top of that. And that cladding, looks like you can see layers from the top, so I don't think the cladding covers. The Kuro finish is a little hard to tell on that. But so the cladding has kind of a sandblasted blade road right here where the grind starts down towards the edge. Here's your core steel peeking out from the cladding. The Kuro is a blacksmith protective finish, so it's this black coating here. And then you can see Tsuchime means hammered, or like pebbles. So the finish is a hammered finish, kind of random hammering. And then you get the Kuro on it, but it is all stainless on the cladding, not the core steel. But there's a lot going on from a visual standpoint. Let's see here. Well, let's get our beauty shot early. There we go. So weight and dimensions can vary a little bit from knife to knife. This particular one is 128 grams or 4.5 ounces. Handle is octagonal, cherry wood with a black pack of wood, which is a stabilized wood product, black pack of wood ferrule. They've got a nice glue up job, seal job where that goes into the handle, the tang goes into the handle. Nicely done there. Good fit and finish on the handle. Cherry's just nice. It's not heavy, which is good for the balance point. If you're pinch gripping, just looks nice. Got a nice warm color. Speaking of balance point, that lighter handle, it's not a big blade, but the lighter handle is going to bring the balance point back up a little bit, about right there. So it's a little bit behind a pinch grip for me, but not much. So it's pretty neutral. It's a nice, light, nimble blade. In terms of dimensions, the edge is about 168 millimeters on this one, or 6.6 inches. The overall length, about 12.5 inches. Spine thickness, pretty much, it's a little hard to measure with the hammering up there on the spine, but got about 2.1, pretty much all the way down. It doesn't have much taper to it. It pretty much just stays that way until the grind. You can see the grind's fairly generous where it starts towards the edge. The edge is not super skinny, so this is not just going to ghost through product, but it's got a little more substantial tip on it. And the same thing for the edge. It's not super skinny, but you've got a little bit more robustness to it as well. Kind of a trade-off there. So performance should be good. Keeping it sharp will help. Let's see. Height is about 47.1 millimeters at the back, so plenty tall. There's a good curve here in the choil into the neck to give you a spot for your finger for a pinch grip, so plenty of ground clearance there for the cutting board, no problem. In terms of the look, let's get a little close up here. So every knife's going to be unique, but here's your cladding, hammered, Tsuchime finish. Here's your, or I should say Tsuchime, and then Kuro, and then here's your grind down towards the edge. It's really hard to see because it looks like the lot going on here. The Kuro finish was put on afterwards, but looks to me like under magnification, this is hand engraved on the right side of the blade. The kanji's hand engraved, although it's a little smooth. The left side of the blade has some embossed kanji on it. Again, checking it under magnification. A little harder to catch, but it's there. So something on each side of the blade. Fairly stiff knife as well. Let's look at the cutting board profile. All right, so tip's fairly low, like a Santoku normally is, that sheep's foot kind of tip profile. So you can see it's a very smooth profile. It goes right towards a little bit of a stop at the back to the heel. Not a lot, but it's a little flat back there, about that 30% mark maybe. And then you can see I can get pretty high on I'm digging in way up there, so about right here. So this will rock really nicely, no problem. Tip draws are pretty easy to do because the tip's got that low kind of position in relation to the knife center line, and a little bit of chopping towards the back. So for 168 millimeters, they've done a lot with that profile, so it's very versatile. So nice looking blade. It's not a ghost kind of laser performer, but it's got a little more meat at the tip and the edge, which is better for robustness. So a little bit trade-off there, but nice package, very nice looking, high performance steel. This is the Yahiko Aogami Super Kurouchi Tsuchime Santoku 165 millimeter knife from Chef Knives To Go.